Hi, Don Massey here. I'm a licensed Colorado car dealer. In this video, we're going to talk about flipping cars. You may have heard that before, the term flipping cars. You'll see ads on the internet where people are selling you manuals or programs on how to flip cars and make a lot of money. Let me tell you a few things about this term flipping cars. First, I want to tell you it's illegal. Let me say that again in case you have misunderstood what I said. It's illegal. You cannot buy and sell cars in any state in the U.S. for profit without having a dealer's license. If you don't believe me, call your state licensing board. You're going to hear all kinds of things on the internet. You're going to read all kinds of things on forums about, oh, flipping cars is okay. You can buy and sell 5 cars a month or 5 cars a year or whatever. You can sell a limited amount of cars, and that's okay. Also, I'll read forums and there'll be people saying things like, well, it's not right for the state or the government to keep the little man down, to keep him from making a little bit of money on the side. You know, playing that woe is me, poor me, I can't get anything because the state or the government won't allow it. Playing that role of being downtrodden. It doesn't matter what role you want to play, the law is the law. And flipping cars is illegal in every state. It's a violation of your state laws. Let me give you an example of one. Because often when I hear things like this, or talk to people on the phone, when they call me, they'll say, well, my state says I can buy and sell 5 cars a year, or I can buy and sell 4 cars a year. Let's go into it and look at this more detail. Right here, I have an answer and a question from the frequently asked questions site for the Georgia Department of Motor Vehicles state's website. Here's what the question was. I thought I could sell up to 5 vehicles in a year before I had to be licensed. I've had people call me and tell me that. The state says I can buy and sell 5. Here's what they say. The 5 cars per year statement has been misinterpreted by many people. The origin of the 5-car phrase is the Used Motor Vehicle Dealers and Used Motor Vehicles Parts Dealers Registration Act, OCGA 43-47-2 17-A, states that the sale of 5 or more used motor vehicles in any one calendar year shall be prima facie evidence that a person is engaged in a business of selling used motor vehicles. This means that evidence indicating that a person has sold 5 or more used vehicles in any one calendar year can be used to show that a person is engaged in the unlicensed practice of used motor vehicle sales. What they're saying here is legalese. It's a legal statement. It's saying that proves that if you buy and sell more than 5 a year, that is absolute proof, prima facie evidence on its standing that you're violating the laws of the state of Georgia. Does that mean you can buy and sell 3? No. You can't buy and sell any. Let me read you the next statement. And this statement should be read in its context, what I tried to put into there for you, and should not be misinterpreted to mean that a person may sell up to 5 vehicles in a year before becoming licensed. In my state of Colorado, it's 3. I've talked to them. They said that's prima facie evidence. If you buy and sell more than 3 a year, then you're illegal for sure. Can you buy and sell any cars a year for profit? No, you cannot. Of course, the question comes about, what if I buy and sell my own? That's fine. You're not buying and selling for profit. But if you're buying and selling for profit, flipping cars is illegal. There's another area of flipping cars you need to be well aware of too. You may hear this, open title. An open title. What this is, someone buys a car, they're in this business, illegal business of flipping cars. They'll buy a car, and of course on the title, when they buy the car, you're supposed to sign on the title. There's always a place for the seller and the buyer to sign. These people, though, that are in this business of flipping cars want to get around a process. So what they'll tell the buyer, or the seller, excuse me, they'll tell the seller, just sign it and I'll sign the rest when I go register the vehicle. Or they don't do anything. They just say, all you need to do is sign the title. So it's a blank title. It's an open title. It has no buyer's name on it. Then they'll take this car, they'll put it on Craigslist, and then they'll sell it on Craigslist. If the buyer is well informed, the buyer might say, well, do you own this car? No, I'm selling it for my brother-in-law. But anyway, that's another issue. That's a lie. But they won't have the title, they'll not register to the car. That means they don't go down to the DMV because they didn't put their name on the title and register it. They don't pay the sales tax, they don't pay the registration fees. People who do that, and if that's you, if you're flipping cars, you are violating the state tax laws in your state. That's called tax fraud. Also, you're not registering the car, you're not licensing it. That's also bypassing the state laws for registration and collection of taxes on your cars. In my state, for instance, they collect the property tax when you register the car, and you pay that every year. So you can see that there are several issues, big issues with flipping cars. Folks, I'm telling you, you can't do it legally. And you can't play the role that I'm the poor person, why can't I do this? You can't. So you just have to understand that. Hope this video has been of some help. I know you probably didn't hear what I said, especially if you're in the business of flipping cars or been thinking about it, or maybe bought one of these programs on the internet about flipping cars for profit. But you go ahead and do it if you wish. But the consequences of violating the laws in your state could be great. If you don't believe what I'm saying, if you believe what you read on the internet or believe what you purchased, if you don't believe what I'm saying, call your Department of Motor Vehicles and talk to a compliance officer in the dealer licensing board, or whoever licenses the dealers in your state. Talk to someone who enforces the rules. Anyway, that's it. Thanks. Have a great day. And again, good luck in any endeavor you give your effort to. I wish you well. Thanks a lot.